Okay. All right. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hypnotize Talks with Ethical Hypnosis Institute. Here is Jason and Job. At least ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is the relationships. Relationships,
Yes.
anger
Management.
management. Anger management. Okay. So, yun nga yun doon. Job, ano nga bang kailangan nating gawin pagka
siguro to start things
kapag
off.
naglalag ka.
Restart yung ano.
Ayan.
Very interesting and sensitive topic yung anger management. Kasi ano yan di ba? Lalo we expect na okay lang magalit, parang lalo na in relationships, may expectation na mangyayari yun Pero siguro part of the discussion is paano bang alam pag sobra na? Or dapat bang magpatulong na? Dapat bang mag-self-check? So at least for this evening, I'll ask again yung mga experiences ni Robert at ni Jason in terms of ano ba usually yung dinadala na questions sa mga clients. Lalo na pag it comes to anger management, how to deal with emotions. Okay, so first, sige, parang Jason, can you start mo? Ano yung usual mong nakikitang cases or help na hinihingi ng clients?
In terms of anger management, kasi medyo tricky siya in a sense kasi some people it's the only way for them to be heard. So a lot of people who come to me for anger management are business owners, or meron din one time na mother. So kasi lagi siyang feeling niya she's always nagging, she's always galit and those things. And you have to figure out then kasi what are the values na naapektuhan or natatamaan, bakit sila nagagalit. Kasi you won't get you won't get really mad at something kung walang values na natatamaan. And sometimes then yun nga, it depends on the purpose. You have to figure out then kasi what's the purpose of anger for them And if kunyari dahil nagagalit siya sa mga tao niya, sumisipag yung tao niya, and kung hindi siya nagagalit, hindi siya susundin or gagawa ng kalokohan, or it's part of it. So yun, you have to figure out then what are the other ways on how could they use or how could they maximize the benefit na hindi magiging productive yung tao niya, na hindi gagawa ng kalokohan without too much anger. So
okay. So parang in that sense, anger is still useful, parang ganun ba? Kasi nakakasipag nung tao.
Yeah, kaya nga it's about managing anger. Kasi nga problem with people is that they bring those angers. Kasi if especially with working with people na different types of people, may iba na kunyari if you're working with professionals, medyo mas madali. Pero if you're working with people that didn't have quality discipline, di ba? Especially if you're going to school, you're trained there to be disciplined, di ba? So yun, minsan you have to minsan it's somewhat useful for people to be angry so that people would really work. Pero problem was people bring those anger at home.
Okay.
You kick your dog, you slap you punish your kids, or I don't know, diba? So nadadala yung galit, and in the kumbaga in the long run, anger, syempre we already know anger leads to other medical difficulties, medical conditions like high blood, higher blood sugar. So you have to figure out then talaga a way to use anger effectively and use it yun to manage it properly.
So at least from the starting point of anger, ang dami niya ng hawa at effect in terms yung lifestyle ko, the things you want to do, your family. How about sa'yo, Bert? Ano naman yung usual mong nagiging experiences pag anger ang yung topic?
Well, isa lang naman tinatanong ko doon sa kunyari doon sa client is that how is it para bang useful for him or her yung anger?
Okay.
Kasi, di ba, kailangan yung necessity yan eh. Hindi naman
Okay.
hindi naman yung pwedeng i-omit sa buhay ng tao yung anger. Pero necessity yan. So the question is, gaano ba siya katagal nandun sa state ng anger na, di ba, para bang will it last the whole day? Kunyari, nagsimula ng morning, buong araw ba, galit siya, gano'n. Kasi it will be exhausting. Di ba? Try mo nga magalit ng 5 minutes at magwala. For sure, pagod ka eh. Di ba? So usually we ask kung anong nagiging benefit para sa kanya yung anger. Kasi minsan, kailangan talagang magalit. Di ba? Hindi pwedeng hindi kasi merong mga, di ba, may mga taong hindi sumusunod sa'yo, for example. O merong mga taong, di ba, hindi siya gagalaw hanggat hindi ka nga, yun nga, di ba, hanggat hindi ka nga nagagalit. So those are the things that are parabang you have to consider. Kasi anger is something that you need, di ba? It's either to show it. Ang tanong lang, di ba, nga, nabanggit nga ni Jason, di ba, management nga yan eh. Kailan mo siya kailangan gamitin? Okay? Hindi siya yung for example na basta-basta mag-lash out ka lang or basta-basta ka lang bigla magwawala. Di ba? So, kapag ka ganon, yun ang medyo titignan doon. Kaya for example, for couples, for partners, di ba? Kapag nagagalit yung isa, minsan alam kilala na ng partner niya kung paano siya nagagalit. Ngayon, ang disadvantage naman doon is it tends to parang to protect that person. Kung para hindi siya magalit, magsisinungaling ngayon yung partner, parang ganun. So that's how it parang it goes. So it depends, syempre iba-ibang sitwasyon, pero you will see na anger is something that is useful, but of course dapat alam natin kung kailan natin gagamitin.
Okay. So yun, no? Magandang point kasi yung kailan gagamitin is pupunta tayo sa question na kailan nga ba tamang gamitin? Kasi yun, di ba? Baka kasi iba-iba yung standard natin in terms of kailan ba pinaka-appropriate. Dapat ba ako magalit pag mali yung order na binigay ng waiter? Di ba? Ang dami ganun situations na pwedeng yes, pwedeng no eh. Pero in that sense, what have you seen na effective in terms of kailan tama?
Well, para kasi, di ba, if anger is there, kunyari, ginamit mo, does it benefit anyone with your anger? Ako lang, yun lang tinignan ko. Kasi syempre, pwede mong tignan eh. Pwedeng maraming angulo yan para malaman mo kung paano magiging useful si anger. But initially, let's start with paano ba nagiging beneficial. So, for example, may tinuturuan ka. Di ba? Hindi siya sumusunod pag nagbibiruan kayo. Sige, try ko muna magalit. Di ba? Tignan natin kung hindi ka sumunod. So pwedeng ganun yung setup. If you're teaching somebody, di ba? Kapag ka ganun, minsan, or para bang if you're trying to protect someone na wag niyang gagawin ulit yun, di ba? Like parents to kids, di ba? Ang gagawin, si parent, madalas, sisigawan na lang niya para at least matakot kagad yung bata. Pero
parang investment.
Hindi naman talaga siya galit, pero ginawa niya yun para at least hindi nagawin ng bata in the future. So, it depends on how it is beneficial. So, kung hindi naman nagbe-benefit kahit sino, kunyari, nagkakasakitan lang physically, emotionally, then that is where the anger you don't need the anger on that aspect. Okay. So, Jason, what do you think about on how anger is used? How anger is used?
Siguro you have to test din, yun nga, as Robert mentioned, you have to test if it's working talaga in your favor. Or kasi minsan instead of being angry, you have to, kumbaga, instead of shouting, you have to improve your argument, di ba? So you have to figure out then other ways on how to deal with it. So yun nga, as I mentioned, different people reacts differently din eh. So iba-iba yung reception din ng tao. So may iba na if they see na hindi ka naman nagagalit or hindi naman hindi kumbaga you're a pushover, then it's easy for them to do something bad or it's easy for them to be not productive. So you have to figure out if it's working, then you have to have metrics din kung sa tao. So siguro a rule of thumb is if the person is a professional, meaning hindi porket college graduate, if you're dealing with employees, hindi porket college graduate or they have masters, they are professional. professionalism, it's an attitude eh.
Okay.
Diba? there are people na di ba, kumbaga, they're old enough pero they're not professional. So then if you're dealing with people who are professional, then anger might not be as useful kasi baka it may do harm than good. So it may be better to improve nga your argument with them. Try to figure out why are you angry and kasi minsan kasi people think na you should know what they're feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
Nagagalit sila nagagalit sila na dapat alam mo na to eh and dapat ganito. So you have to understand then the nature of people na minsan hindi nila alam or kunyari may iba na rather than explaining a lot of things, they would just get angry. Diba? Kaysa ang dami ko bang sabihin na ganito. So yun it has to be, you have to figure out then na bakit ka, people have to understand bakit ka galit. Kunyari, you're losing this amount of money and sa employee side hindi man nila alam, wala man silang pakialam doon or hindi nila alam ba't ka nagalit, inisip nila mataray ka lang or masungit ka lang or wala kang asawa kaya gano'n. That's the normal.
Dahil nag-Valentine's pa lang, di ba? Tapos hindi ka nakapagdate.
Di ba may news na yung isang lalaki nang gulpi sa jeep dahil walang ka-date.
Grabe naman, yun ang gulpi sa jeep dahil walang ka-date.
Isang basag pa ng sasakyan salamin ng jeep. So, yun, you have to figure out then na you're not just angry without any reason. You have to figure out na ito yung nangyari, ito yung mangyayari if you didn't do it. And yun, kasi once people get a reason bakit ka magagalit, then mas madali nilang matanggap or mas madali nilang maintindihan. So, yun nga, improve the argument rather than increase your voice.
Okay.
And to add to that, kasi di ba syempre, for example, if people would Google ano ba yung mga types ng anger, di ba, anger issues, makita nila dyan yung mga passive, aggressive, and assertive, parang ganon. Actually, that's the thing na kung kailan na nilalabas yung anger. Okay? What the real question is, kailan ka ba nagagalit? Yun yung simula mo na dun eh. Kasi hanggat hindi mo alam kung kailan ka nagagalit or kung bakit ka nagagalit, mahirapan ka. That's why on my own, I had to I had to categorize yung anger na to primary and secondary. Primary is yung parabang kung ano yung talaga nangyari, kung ano yung nakita mong nakainis, nainis ka. That's the primary. For me, for the secondary one, yung kung ano yung categorization ko, it's yung secondary, ito yung nakatago. Ito yung nakabaon na sa unconscious mind natin na mga bagay na, for example, traumas, mga negative events. So lahat yun, nakatago yun sa unconscious mind. So for the benefit of the viewers, the unconscious mind has two things na wala talaga. One is, walang time si unconscious mind. Walang time frame yan. As in, wala. So that's why kapag nag-store dyan, naka-store talaga yan habang buhay. And second, wala siyang language. So ibig sabihin, hindi mo marunong makipag-communicate yung unconscious mind mo sa'yo. Okay? So that's why people are having difficulty. Ngayon, like for example, di ba yung binabanggit ko sa workshops natin, sa course natin ng hypnosis, na parang naghawak ka nga ng baso di ba? Tapos yung baso na yon unti-unting napuno, pero hawak mo lang din simula ng pagkabata mo. So, anong nangyari? Kahit konti lang yung laman nun, mangangalay ka. So, ganun nangyayari si unconscious. So, minsan, ang lumalabas, imbes na depression ng lumilitaw, minsan lumalabas si anger yung lumalabas. Yung parang hindi alam ba't siya nagagalit, pero feel niya magalit. So that's what I categorize as secondary anger. Kasi doon mo makikita kung ano ba, i-address ko kagad to, hindi ko alam kung saan nanggagaling eh. So that is why when we do the hypnosis or when we do the hypnotherapy, we deal with the unconscious. Hanapin natin doon kasi malaki yun unconscious realm yun. Walang time doon, tapos walang language. So paano natin siya kakausapin? So yun lang. Just to add to it. Kasi kailangan malaman ng viewers na bakit nga ba gagalit yung mga tao? Bakit siya biglang nag-snap? Di ba? Yung iba, Iba, para pag hindi na-address yun, anong nangyari? Bigla sila nag-snap, nagpapakamatay. So, yun yung iba-ibang manifestations nung kapag unresolved issues within the unconscious na naitago na, which is what we, anong term natin doon? Repression, repressed memories.
Okay.
So, those are the dangerous ticking time bombs. So, yun,
Okay.
just to add for that.
So it seems yung anger nga parang very very accepted in our culture. 'Di ba? Sanay tayo sa news na may mag-aamok bigla, 'di ba? Maglalabas ng itak, mga habol. 'Di ba? Dami ng videos, dashcam, iba-ibang version, iba-ibang lugar, pati yung
Di ba
naggalit sa mga
nag-amok ka na
pila.
dati?
Hindi ko pa na-try. Naisip ko lang. Tapos naalala ko, tatagal lang lalo no? Mawawala yung lugar ko sa pila.
Yung nakahubad ka lang tapos nag-amok ka sa kaya kasi wala ka pang kape. Yung
is it fair ba sabihin yon? Form of hypnosis given na, 'di ba? Yung sakto, bakit siya nakahubad? Ba't siya kumuha ng itak? Na hindi naman ganun hindi naman nasa war zone, 'di ba? Hindi naman yun yung context. Pero yun yung pinasok ng state of mind. Diba? Tapos magkausapin mo pagkatapos, nahimasmasan na, nakapagtubig ng konti, kapag gape, completely ibang tao na sorry, ganito, ito yung diba, ang daming the usual script. And that's, for me, that's funny. Kasi pare-pare yung script, diba?
Ano yung sa tubig mo, papainumin o bubuhusan mo? Para alam ko lang gagawin ko next time.
Pag nagulpi na. Or pag nakulong na.
Nagulpi na, no?
Pag ininom pala
yung parang I think in context nga, kunyari, what is the usual process? Anong ginagawa ng hypnotherapist when faced with that type of situation? What's the siguro brief walkthrough of the process?
Kapag naghubad
yun yung issue na dinala. Hindi, in session muna, wag muna yung wag muna on the street, medyo challenge yun eh. Pati yung mga pulis nahihirapan dun kaya.
Kasi ako hindi ako makikialam dun, bahala siya. Bahala siya dun.
Baka ibang expertise yata.
Oo. Hindi, meron tayo na, di ba, yun yung tinatawag natin emergency hypnosis. Pero, rare yun eh, di ba? Hindi mo naman everyday na naghanap ka ng emergency.
Risky if hindi mo talaga yung process.
Si Jason, ano nga bang gagawin doon kapag ganyan? Ito siguro, si Master Jason, yan?
You have to rule out din na ano yung root cause nun. Kasi baka mamaya meron siyang disappointment sa buhay na hindi niya na-achieve o may problema siya na hindi niya malabas na it's manifesting as anger. Kunyari, he's living with someone na galit siya o na niloko siya and hindi niya malabas yun. So, that appears as anger. So, you have to rule out then. You have to figure out ano ba yung root cause nun. Bakit ba siya nagagalit? So, kasi baka mamaya, especially if it's chronic, baka meron yung disappointment na hindi nalalabas. Parang basically alcoholics, di ba? Alcoholics, people who are alcoholic, meron silang disappointment that they're drowning in alcohol. Diba?
May inom naman ako.
Pag mo lang lunurin, okay lang uminom. Pag mo lang lunurin.
Iba yung for fun and iba yung they're drowning it, diba? So, yun, you have to figure out what's the disappointment or baka naman mamaya they're tired with life, diba? You have to figure out what's the underlying. And meron naman iba na lagi silang galit kasi nasanay na. And yeah, you have to detect din na nasanay lang sila kasi baka mamaya you're trying to figure out kung ano ba yung wala lang talaga. Is that nakakainis lang talaga yung mga kasama niya. And that's how they're built na, 'di ba? Kunyari mapagpatol lang talaga sila. Tapos mainit lang talaga ulo nila. Tapos you have to figure out then na maybe it runs in the family, 'di ba? Mamaya yung nanay, bungangera, they're living in a bungangera. Di ba, parang in an environment na gano'n, it's normal na magsigawan. Kasi for them, it's not anger. So, sa'yo feeling mo galit.
Yeah. Oo. Malakas lang pala magsalita talaga.
No, baka bingi lang sila. So, kaya sila nagsisigawan. So,
or they live in a family na 20 sila. You have to get your point across.
Ang gulo nun.
Sisigaw ka talaga. I see.
Ganun.
So ano
you
siya,
have
no?
to figure
Parang
out the-
complex kasi yung commitment mo to really discuss and ask about the root causes. Kasi kailangan yung kausap mo rin doon is committed to you na, di ba? May trigger points yan, di ba? Asking about the past, asking about yung mga nangyayari. Parang, so in a sense, okay siya, client agrees to sit down with you in that session. Pero kunyari on the street, on the road, parang is that something doable or hindi siya practice?
Wait, kapag on the street na, dalawa lang yan. It's either samahan mo siyang magalit para kumalma siya kasi idadalin mo eh. You have to control eh kasi authority yon. So, but anyways, that's risky. So, huwag yung gagawin. So for example, gano'n, di ba? Para bang, bakit ba siya nagagalit? Di ba parang gano'n? Di ba nga minsan nagbibiro nga tayo. Kunyari, uwi ka na, tapos late ka. Pagdating mo sa bahay, magalit ka na sa sarili mo. Di ba? Unahan mo na. Di ba? Ba't ngayon lang ako? Parang gano'n. So tignan mo kung bakit, anong magiging effect noon. But anyways, of course. So kidding aside, so kapag ka nasa what you call this, yung nasa street or biglang meron nag-aamok, try it as much as possible, stay away. Huwag ka na maging superhero kasi ano yan eh, they're lashing out eh. So hindi natin alam kung bakit sila, di ba? Kung bakit nila. Unless kakilala mo yun. Di ba? Unless kakilala mo yun, kausapin mo. Pero kung wala ka namang kaano-ano doon, bigla lang siya lumayo ka lang. Huwag ka nang huwag ka na maging superhero. Magulpi ka pa nung maitak ka pa nung, di sira ka. Diba? Imbis na wala kang problema, nagkaroon ka rin ng problema. So ikaw ngayon magagalit din.
Magagalit ka na rin.
Dalawa na kayong galit, di ba?
Parang yung nang-aawat lang eh, no? Tapos siya nasusuntok lagi.
Madalas yun, kawawa nga yung mga nang-aawat, sila pa yung
parang sa pelikula ko lang napapanood yun. Nangyayari ba yun sa totoo buhay?
Yung nakikita ko, sila yung nababaril, kawawa yun.
Okay. Ayun. So, ganun siya. So, kapag may mga nag-aamok on the streets, yung guluhin. Hayaan nyo lang. Or if, parang kunyari, meron kang kasama and you feel na magiging in danger kayo, tas wala ka na yung way out kasi ikaw yung nandun sa backside of the wall. So, well, you have to fight your way out, di ba? Parang ganun. Or, biglang mong dasalan, di ba? So kung ano mang creative side mo na para ma-deviate lang yung attention niya. Or okay, ituro mo, meron 1 million doon, kunin mo, parang ganun. So bahala ka. So depende kung anong creative side mo pagdating na doon sa point na yun. Parang ganun.
Okay. For those listening in, Bert, kunyari na-realize sila or may idea silang they have issues in terms of anger management, what can they do siguro to start working on it? To start improving yung situation nila?
For themselves, I mean,
yes,
sila yung... Okay, hindi yung
na-realize nila. Yeah.
Well, kung for example, di ba, they have anger management, anger issues, not management. Anger issues for that. So, initially, kunyari, gusto niyo munang tulungan sarili niyo kayo lang, alamin mo muna kung bakit ka ba nagagalit. Then, kapag ka nalaman mo na kung bakit kayo nagagalit, tanongin mo yung sarili mo, is it useful? Di ba? Yun lang naman yun, di ba? Parang yung binanggit na kanina. So, kung bakit ka nagagalit, pangalawa, is it useful? Pangatlo, sino nagbe-benefit? So, kung yung sagot na yon okay para sa'yo, edi magalit ka. Pero kung hindi, isa doon maging no lang o isa doon hindi okay, edi wag mo nang patagalin. Pwede kayo magalit pero hindi ganun katagal. Like for example, for 5 minutes lang. You could allow yourself to be angry for 5 minutes. And then after that, it's your choice kung magagalit ka pa rin. Kung dadalhin mo pa din yung galit na yun.
I see. Okay. So ano ulit yung 3 questions para rin at least maalala ng mga people listening. Number 1, is it useful?
Di ko alam, i-rewind na lang nila to. Panoorin na lang nila ulit. Hindi, joke lang. So, yun. Bakit sila nagagalit? Yun yung unang tanong.
Okay.
Bakit sila nagagalit? Yung unang tanong. Pangalawa, is it useful?
Okay.
Pangatlo, sino nagbe-benefit?
Sino nagbe-benefit? Okay.
Kasi pwede niyang gawin yon kahit hindi naman siya nagbe-benefit, pero nagbe-benefit yung kausap niya or kung sino man kanina siya nagagalit. So, pwedeng maging ganun eh. Alam mo yun, complex yung idea. But
Okay. Yeah. In context, kunyari, pag nagalit ka, alam mong bibigay yung yung sa restaurant, bibigay na, sige, libre na yan, sir. In a sense, di ba, benefit siya of sorts eh.
Pero in the long run din, it's not useful din. Kasi, di ba, dahil nga lagi ka nagagalit, you have to weigh in din yung effects with your health, di ba? Dahil lagi ka nagagalit, ikaw din yung mas madali kang magka-high blood or may iba, you could develop cancer, di ba? Because it's an abnormal thing na for you to feel it every day. Eh.
Lagi
And
na lang.
Din, siguro,
okay.
So you have to weigh in din, is this useful for my life din, di ba? So,
may picture ka na dun sa restaurant, no? Lagi naninigaw. Notorious na.
So, isa din yung ma-add ko is yung kay Robert, yung bakit ka nagagalit. You have to figure out din kung nagagalit ka ba sa situation, nagagalit ka ba sa tao, or nagagalit ka sa sarili mo. Kasi in every anger, there's distinctions eh. So, kung nagagalit ka lang sa situation, then after a while, after paglipas ng situation, then dapat hindi ka nagalit. Kung nagalit ka naman sa tao, you have to address it to that person na hindi gawin mong passive or hindi mo gawin na kumbaga diverting yung galit na hindi naman yun yung real issue. Di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba? Kaya inaaway mo ng bagay na ba't niya pinili yung kulay blue na hindi naman yun talaga yung problema. Problema, may iba pa problema.
Yun lang yung napag-initan na
So, and once na maayos mo yung real problem, then hindi ka naman ganun na matitrigger agad. Or hindi ka naman na ganun na magagalit agad. So, yung isa din, you have to figure out din kung nagagalit ka ba sa sarili mo for allowing it to happen or I don't know. So, then from then, you could easily develop a plan for yourself, diba?
I see. Mabigat din
so, kapag ka hindi na kasi, kunyari, for example, hindi mo na kaya sa sarili mo, doon ka na humingi ng tulong.
Okay.
That's how, diba, us hypnotherapists are here to facilitate or to assist you in regards to your parang yung process on that. So, and other psychotherapists also available.
Sige, pinag-iisipan kayo yung diba, kanino ka galit ka ba sa tao, galit ka sa sitwasyon, tapos
huwag ka magalit, nakaisip.
Nakakagalit nga eh. Kasi kunyari, di ba, isipin mo yung yung mga sitwasyon na nakakagalit, kunyari traffic, di ba? If you think about the context, wala ka naman magagawa in context, di ba? Pag ando ka sa traffic, wala ka magagawa kundi pumila. Okay. So merong, di ba? May galit na wala ka talagang magagawa because of the type of situation you are in.
Or
sige.
Parang politics, di ba? Di ba, pag galit ka sa isang tao, either ito or ito, kahit anong gawin nito, galit ka. You'll find ways na magalit ka, di ba? Or say,
actually, bias ka na nga eh.
Bias ka na. So, and you have to figure out then, is it useful for yourself?
Yeah.
So, okay ba na you're spending this too much time being angry, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi di ba, that's the reason why when people rant, I immediately unfollow them. I immediately
I see.
get away from it. Kasi nga, it's not useful eh. So,
makapag-rant nga.
Unfollow na.
Unfollow,
Leave.
alam mo na.
Leave.
Okay.
Meron
so,
yung ganyang bagay kasi 'di ba nga may tatlong bagay tayo na hindi dapat pinag-uusapan sa yung habang kumakain, 'di ba? That's politics, sports at saka yung religion. 'Di ba?
Okay.
Yun eh. Kapag hindi alam ko for sure, magkakaroon kayo ng sides. Yung magkakaroon kayo ng kanya-kanyang panic, tas away talaga yun. Di ba? Away talaga yun. So, that's an example of it na para bang wala ka namang kinalaman kung sinong presidente, di ba? Pero gusto mo lang magalit, tapos wala lang. Alam mo yan? Di ba? Hindi, wala ka namang ginagawa sa buhay mo, di ba? Nakaupo ka lang dyan, tapos nagagalit ka sa mundo.
Yeah, minsan kasi you're projecting something na this has to be it. this has to be the world, di ba? Kanya, yan, dapat lahat dapat lahat ang tawag doon, modest, di ba? Dapat hindi ka naggaganto. So you're projecting your idea of the world to the world, wherein it may not coincide with reality. So doon ka nagagalit. So kunyari you're feminist, you're vegan, ito yung dapat na mundo. So lagi kang that's what would happen then. So you have to figure out then. Although I really don't care what you're supporting, pero what I care is about you. What's the side effect of it? Kasi anger, it's para siyang di ba? Para siyang yung 110 nilagay mo. 110 na electric fan nilagay mo sa 220, bibilis yan, di ba? Anda na mabilis yan. Pero at the long run, sasabog yan. And then that's what anger is. So baka mamaya sobrang galit mo, may pumutok ng ugat or so you have to weigh din talaga what are the benefits of it. And if your words are really hurt, di ba?
Ano yung merong si Jason naalala ko to dati po eh. Ano yun? Anong word yun, Jason? Nang sasabihin mong galit? Bubbles. Sabihin mong galit.
Okay, tama.
Nalala mo yan. Sige nga, isipin mo, sigaw mo yung bubbles ng galit. Hindi mo masigaw ng galit eh.
Matawa mo, matatawa ka. So yun na yung mga parang break state techniques, no, pag tinatry mo i-stop yung paano yun, at least in terms of self-care naman, kunyari hindi ko yung may anger issues, but you have to live with someone na ganon, meron kang ka-work na ganon, ano yung methods ng tao to take care of their own their own inner child para hindi naman sila, di ba, para naglalakad sa tawag doon, always walking on eggshells, like kang takot dahil baka magalit. What's doable?
Ang tanong ba is kung tutulungan mo ba yung tao na yun o hindi? Yun ba yung tanong?
So, ganon, yan, kasama siya. Anong pwede mong gawin para alagaan sarili mo or if mag-effort ka to help the other person?
Well, syempre hindi naman lahat expert or sabihin natin or may alam kung paano gagawin. Well, you could simply ask or you could simply do this step na tanongin mo siya ba't siya nagagalit? Ayun, pag-usapan niyo lang.
Tapos sa ice pick ka sa tagiliran.
Diba? Nagalit siya nung pinag-uusapan niyo. O yun, di wag mo nang pag-usapan. Alam mo na yung gagawin mo.
Next time.
Alam mo na hindi mo na siya kakausapin. Hindi.
Openness, no? Openness.
Ay, wala eh. Di ba wala ka namang alam eh. I mean, wala ka namang, di ba? Wala ka namang background on how to deal with it. So, pero kung kunyari, meron kang ganun kasama sa bahay, kausapin mo nang hindi siya nagagalit. Pero, yun nga, as much as possible, mailabas niya nung tao na yun. Kasi hanggat hindi na ilalabas niya yun, hindi niya na ilalabas yun, para bang walang nakakaintindi sa kanya. Yung inisip niya, yung nararamdaman niya. Hanggat walang nakakaintindi sa kanya, talagang every time galit siya. Diba? For example, kunyari, lolo mo yun, tapos okay, tatay mo, nanay mo. You could simply talk about it kung kaya. Pero kung wala kang authority over that, wag, di ba? Principles natin sa hypnosis, kung wala ka namang power over it, wag mong pilitin. Wag mong pilitin. Ngayon, di ba nga, sabi mo, parang walking on eggshells. Well, initially, kung sino man yung, di ba, siguro kilala mo naman kung sino yung confident ng tao na yon, baka yun yung pwede mong kausapin para kausapin kung sino man yung mahal mo sa buhay na nandun na kasama.
Okay. Jason.
One useful thing then is to develop a good sense of humor. Kasi a sense of humor, kumbaga let's look at it in naturalistic point of view. If kunyari merong experiment doon na yung bakit tumatawa yung tao. So napansin nila na once yung unggoy, 'di ba? It goes with stressful situations. Kunyari nalaglag or nakuhanan, so or nabato ng saging, and for them to deal with the pressure or to deal with the uncomfortableness, some of them laugh na tumatawa. So it's something then that could be, kumbaga, it's an innate tool for us to deal with the uncomfortableness of the situation. So you have to really develop a good sense of humor, kasi humor it changes everything eh. So, kung isipin mo, you can't put down a person na that's really positive or na maloko sa ulo.
Okay.
Kahit anong galit mo, magagalit ka, magagalit. Or yung isang way then is to either deal with it or deal with it weirdly.
Okay.
Kunyari, ikaw, tanga-tanga ka. Or ganito. Tapos, in your case, sabihin mo lang na, tanga-tanga talaga ako tuwing Tuesday. So, parang, they don't have anything to empower yung anger. So, hindi mo sila din binibigyan ng bala. So, and it may be parang it may be weird lang for them na teka, how could I deal with it? So you're spouting gibberish din. So it's somewhat so it's somewhat you have to develop a sense of humor din talaga na you have to accept it.
Bullying is a form of anger, di ba? On how it was described by Jason. Parang gano'n eh. I mean, kunyari, di ba, may bully dyan. So, imbis na patulan mo, o di pagtawanan mo, di ba parang gano'n. Or unless yung mukha mo nakakatawan na, di wala ka ng problema.
Wala ka na kailangan gawin.
Diba ngayon, the truth hurts. So if it's not true, it won't hurt. So,
interesting din yung kasi parang 'di ba yung given yung complexity ng anger. Meron din mga sitwasyon na nagagawa siyang ginagawa siyang tool. 'Di ba kasi may surface level iinisin ka, pero there are situations that I find na meron siyang deeper purpose. For example, when I work with mga yung military and police, sa culture kasi nila, sinasadya nilang pikunin talaga lalo na pagbago. Even abroad sa law enforcement, style nila yon. So sa akin parang bakit mo gagawin? Because of the nature of the work nila, di ba, delikado, may risk na mamatay. Kung yung mga maliliit na pang-aasar pala hindi mo kaya, yung day-to-day na bullying, mga tasks, hindi mo kayang i-handle, baka pag mas mahirap na, dun ka bumigay. So parang yun yung nila, yun yung underlying rationale nila for causing anger in either new graduates, new people bago sa team. Hindi naman hazy kasi hindi naman physical, it's more of testing you. Kung
it's more pushing the limits. Kasi in law enforcement or in the military, you have to push the limits of that person. Physically, mentally, and emotionally yon. So, talagang kailangan sagarin. Kasi kung hindi, tapos, di ba, isang putok lang ng baril, umiyak ka na, ay nako. Sayang yung pera ng estado sa'yo na pinag-training ka. Diba? Tapos, alam mo yun, yung bigla lang nagkaroon lang ng hold-upan, ikaw pa yung unang sumuko. Parang ganun. So, yun yung doon. They have to push the limits talaga. So, yeah, minsan anger, di ba? Minsan ginagamit yan, di ba? Kasing talagang takutan kung kaya. Kasi bakit? We don't know the real world di ba? Ito nga yung sinasabi ko for me, di ba? Kapag kami mga clients, sinasabi ko is, the world doesn't care about what you feel. So, ang nangyayari dyan is, it's up to you on how you, di ba, stand up for yourself and deal with it. Kasi kung hindi, kakainin ka talaga ng buhay ng mundo. Kasi, di ba, mamatay ka or kung ano mang mangyari sa'yo, iikot at iikot pa din, tuloy pa din yung mundo di ba? Kakalimutan ka lang din naman So, you better instead stand up on what you will be parang doing, on what you could do or just, di ba, simply go on, move forward. Parang ganun.
I see. Okay.
You have to be, isa din is you have to be flexible then with your personality. Minsan, kumbaga, it works then to be a politician in a sense na you have to work around it then. So kunyari nagagalit, you have to, kahit na nagagalit ka rin and nakikita mo din na kunyari nagalit boss mo tapos sisigaw mo rin ba yung boss mo? you have to be a politician then in a sense na you're accepting and you're dealing with it in some other ways.
So para kang shock absorber in a sense, 'di ba? Parang 'di ba nagalit sa iyo, tapos ayaw mo nang i-pass on, ayaw mo nang ituloy yung cycle of anger. ikaw ngayon ang kailangan para mag-find ng creative way. How do I release this in a form na hindi makakasakit ng iba
Or pwede rin naman kasi you don't accept it. You don't
or not accept
get
it?
it. You don't, kasi for you to, it would be harder kasi kung nagiging shock absorber ka. Kunyari na nagagalit sa'yo boss mo and alam mo naman na hindi naman talaga sa'yo galit yung boss mo, then it shouldn't matter with you. Kumbaga, you could look na concerned, pero alam mo for a fact na you don't have to take it personally kasi it's not about you.
Okay.
So,
yan yung mga tinatawag nating empath, di ba? Yung parang shock absorber, yan may sinasabi mo. Di ba? Yan yung kapag, di ba, sa dami-dami na nilang sinasalong mga hindi naman nila problema, pero yung problema nila, di ba? Parang ganun. Ano nangyayari sa kanila? Sila ngayon yung nahirapan. So, yeah, it sounds good to be an empath, but as much as possible, wag mong saluhin lahat. Hindi mo kailangan saluhin 'yon. Di ba? Kailangan mo lang maintindihan kung ano yung emotions nila. Kaya nga empath. So, intindihan mo lang kung ano yung emotions nila, but it doesn't mean you have to absorb kung ano yung emotions nila. Hindi yung umiyak sila, ikaw din, iyak ka din, di ba? Ikaw din, umiyak din. Galit sila, galit ka din. Parang gano'n. Wala ka ng tawag doon. Wala ka ng sarili mong emosyon. Nakiki-emosyon ka na lang. Diba? So, that's the thing about it. So, yun yung tinitignan natin.
I see. So, even doon, pasok din yung concept of mirroring which we use with hypnotherapy, no? Yung pag may pinakita sa'yo, are you mirroring it back or are you bringing a different state into the conversation? For example, yung mga usual na de-escalation techniques. Diba? Mataas yung energy. Pag dumating ka, tapos low energy ka, natural inclination is bubuli ka lalo kasi nakikita yung advantage. Versus sabay kayo ng energy mataas, tapos ikaw ngayon yung mag-lead pababa dun sa isang tao. So,
diba? Sa court na,
court or customer service.
That's how it is, that it is dealt with. So, you learn more about that in the course in this coming March. So, anyways, sige, tuloy lang.
Okay, balik natin dun sa at least in terms of relationship, 'di ba? Kasi we're talking na, 'di ba, anger has purpose. At the same time, there's also excessive. We talked a little about ano ba yung mga standards, how do we know na useful ba to, hindi na to useful, who benefits from it. So in a sense, in relationships, are we saying normal magalit? Okay lang magalit? Or dapat ba walang nagagalit?
Kailangan, sige.
Bert
Ano kaya? Hindi, away to. Away. Galit to.
Gagalit na.
Manage na.
Hindi. Ako, I mean, for me, kailangan magalit. Kung yun yung tanong mo, kung yun lang yung tanong mo, kailangan yun. Hindi pwedeng parang kala mo smooth sailing na walang conflict. Ibig sabihin, hindi nag-grow yung yung pagsasamahan nun or pag-relationship na. Ako, Jason, anong point mo dun sa
Siguro, depende rin sa tao eh. Pero yung masasabi ko lang dun is, kumbaga, galit is somewhat useful nga din. Pero you have to do it para sa akin you have to, kumbaga last resort na siya. Kasi, yun nga, if you could make your argument better, that's better. Pero, kumbaga, even Jesus Christ, di ba? Nagalit siya sa temple na yung mga binababoy yung temple, di ba? Pero, the thing is, hindi siya galit sa tao mismo, personally. Okay. Pero nagalit siya with the situation.
The situation.
So, that's something then, kumbaga, it's useful then na to use anger then. Pero you don't have to take it personally. You don't have to take na it's an attack on you. So, pwedeng magalit ka sa situation and that could help them better din. Kumbaga parang pag binato ka, meron akong nabasa nun na actually it's a spiritual article na pag binato ka ng bato, di ba sabi batuin mo ng tinapay. Pero pag binato ka ulit, and nangyayari is pag binabato mo lagi ng tinapay, kumbaga you're allowing that person to commit karma din to you.
Okay.
So, for you to help it, kung binato ka din ng bato, tapos binato yung tinapay, tapos yung next time na binato ka ng bato, you could batuhin mo rin ng tinapay so that mapigilan na yung paggagawa niya ng kasalanan. di ba? You're also helping them to not commit sins, di ba? So in a sense, it's useful din talaga to be angry, pero make it so na it's a last resort.
I see.
And try to figure out, kasi nga it's hurting you din.
Oo. Kung kaya naman na kunyari, binato ka ng bato, ilag ka. Huwag saluhin. Kasi, di ba, pag sinalo mo, masakit yun. Kasi ikaw, babato mo tinapay.
Kala niya laro eh.
Oo, hindi pala touch ball yun. Ano yun? Yung mga ganun.
Touch ball, di ba? May points pag sinalo mo eh. Pero yan, parang in context, di ba? Doon sa discussion natin this evening, hindi kasi one-sided lang yung anger, di ba? Ang dami niyang may uses, meron at the same time yung abuses din siya na kailangan each person is balancing. Di ba? How they use it, how they accept it.
Kasi it's a natural state eh, di ba? Natural sa taong magalit. Kasi kung hindi dati dapat nagagawa yun o hindi natin natutunan yan. Di ba? So, ibig sabihin, natural sa ating magalit. Pero yun nga, you need to learn how to manage it.
Yeah, okay.
And at the end of the day, you also have to accept din na some people are meant, kumbaga, are like that. You have to accept kung ano ba yung nature din ng tao. Kasi baka mamaya nagagalit ka sa taong ganito, pero ganyan talaga ugali niya. And it's not your fault. It may be na madami talaga siyang insecurity. Kanyari, nagagalit ka sa isang tao dahil papansin siya. Diba? Pero yun talaga yung ugali niya, and hindi mo kasi alam din yung background niya. Baka mamaya the reason why papansin siya dahil ina-abuse siya sa bahay, hindi siya pinapakialaman, or orphan siya. So you have to figure out na kung magagalit ka rin doon, and know, you have to know what's the nature of people then, and you have to accept people as who they are. Kasi once na you get the two sides of the situation, di ba? Mas madali mo maintindihan, and mas hindi ka ganun magagalit. So it's very useful talaga na to have a pause before ka magalit. So that's the thing na people yun yung gusto ko din gawin in my clients when they're dealing with anger management. They have to have a pause na before siya magalit, they have to think. Kasi if you're thinking, hindi siya magiging purely emotional na ba. Diba? If nag-isip ka, nga na useful magalit dito, then magagalit ako. If it's not useful. So, yun yung missing sa mga tao din, na yung pause on before, kumbaga mag-isip sila kung tama ba or hindi.
Or usually, di ba, yan, for example, yung pag nag-pause, ang sinusunod ko kasi yung sinasabi kasi dyan is zoom out eh. As in, take a step back. Look at the bigger picture, look at the situation, ano ba nangyayari? Sige nga, pag nagalit ka, ano mangyayari? Sige nga, kapag hindi ka nagalit, ano mangyayari? So, alam mo, titignan mo, I mean, nakikita mo yung sarili mo doon sa situation, doon sa picture na yun. Diba? After you pause, take a step back, okay, useful pa ba? Kung hindi, okay, kung gano'n, ituloy mo. Pero kung hindi, diba? For example, nabangga ka, diba? Yun nga, diba? Pag na-aksidente ka, mamaya, yun pala, yung nakabangga sa'yo, inatake na pala sa puso. Sige nga, magalit ka pa nga, diba? Tingnan mo, sige nga, magalit ka pa. Di ba parang gano'n? So, those are the things that you have to consider.
Actually, may nangyari sa akin yan, na nabangga ako dahil natay siya. As in,
ano nauna? Natay siya bago ka binangga?
Natay siya. As in, tumutulo talaga.
So ibig sabihin, hindi niya na magalaw yung legs niya, so nakabaon lang sa accelerator.
Nagulat.
Actually, it's a situation na dapat magagalit kayong dalawa, pero wala na, hindi ka na makabalik sa anger.
Lalo na kung naamoy mo yun. Di ba? Kung naamoy mo na ano ba? Hindi ko alam kung magagalit ko kasi hindi siya makakalit sa puwa niya.
Alis ka na lang.
Diba? So, sige, tulungan ba kita? May pansa ko dito. Yung mga
So paano, mag-i-end ba tayo dun sa note na yun? Para okay ba yun?
Ewan ko, ikaw may salarin yan eh.
Actually, maganda na yung tips kanina, di ba? Yung sabi mo, zoom out. Sabi ni Jason, find a pause before magalit. Siguro para hindi yung ending, I like to share something like, ginagalit sa corporate. Yun din, anger management. This is from a telecom company, di ba? maraming complaints, di ba? Hindi okay yung bill, lagi pinuputulan. Ang tactic na ginagawa nila para hindi resign yung customer service personnel. Kasi sila yung minumura, di ba? Ikaw yung tagatanggap, ikaw yung shock absorber. Isa sa mga technique na ginagawa nila, pag tumawag ka sa kanila, una nilang papagawa sa'yo is i-recite mo muna yung cellphone number mo. Tapos, say your name. Doing those things, yun yung pause. Nafo-force yung customer mag-pause, nafo-force sila maging logical. So, pag nakausap na sila, hindi na sila sasabog. Why? Because sinabi mo yung pangalan mo. Nag-logic ka na. You change your state already from emotional to logical. So, very effective. Medyo sneaky, but effective. So, siguro yun, that's a practical application in the real world of how you can use those techniques to your advantage. So, siguro at this point, go ahead.
Minsan din, you have to use proper wordings din in a sense na, kunyari, parang, di ba, may mga, isa din na siya nakainis sa yung mga customer service na, yung spiel, yung robot, di ba, yung robot na nagsasabi, and may ibang wording na naka-trigger talaga. Kumbaga parang, kumbaga parang, you have to wait 18 minutes. Tapos, every call is important to us. Wait 30 minutes. So,
oh my God.
Very important.
Tagal naman nun.
Walang karuktong. Doon ako din, kumbaga, in my sense of, in my perspective, habang naririnig ko yun, every call is, your call is important to us. And
please wait.
Please wait for 30 minutes because every call is important. While we're dealing with other customers. So, sa akin, kumbaga, habang naririnig ko, I'm adding script doon sa sinasabi sa spiel na.
Para ayusin.
So that hindi ka, para hindi ka rin na naiinis. Diba?
Okay na. That's interesting technique. No? Pero parang, ginagawa na natin yun, di ba? Invento kang dialogue ng taong nakikita mo. There's a way pala, no, to use it for, interesting. Magawa ko ngayon kayo.
Kumbaga, gumagawa ka ng na, nagagalit ako, tas kumbaga sa back of the mind, kasi ganito ako pinanganak. kasi iniwan ako ng ganito, iniwan asawa ko, kasi nalugi yung ganito. Kasi I can't provide, kumbaga, at the back of your head, you could add in those words. So that hindi siya ganun na nakainis. Kasi if you're allowed, at the end of the day, you're in control with your mind, and whatever you allow it to accept, yun din yung ikaw din may kasalanan in that sense. So if you were to add those things, it may be right, it may be wrong, pero it's effective. Hindi ka mabilis magalit din.
Okay. Robert, you were going to say something?
I was? Kaya ka na naman wala na naman ako sinasabi.
Parang napigilan ka kanina, hindi. Actually,
hindi, nagbo-voltage. Kasi kung si voltage 5, pinapractice ko lang yung voltage.
Yung sa sinabi ni Jason, nabawi na yung last anecdote. Sige, okay na, nabawi na natin yun.
Wait mo to, pinalala mo ulit Hindi ko na binanggit, pinalala mo pa ulit. Ay, nako.
Huwag mo lang tandaan yun.
Oo. Huwag mo lang isipin yun. Huwag mo lang isipin yun.
Pati mamaya yun.
Yung wala, di ba? Anyways.
At this point, yun I think pinaka-best thing to take away from the conversation this evening. Yung last point na, again, you are in control of your mind. You can add script if it can help you, di ba, deal with situations better. To be able to manage your anger better din na pag hindi na siya functional, hindi na siya useful. There are ways you can do na hindi conventional, even humorous pa nga, so that you can get the results that you want. So with that, as we end this session, guys, can you again invite yung ating mga viewers to our course this March?
Ba Jason? Papi Jason? Master Jason Papi?
Yun. By March 2, we're conducting an 8-session basic online hypnotherapy course. So it's a 8-session that, yun. You could go to hypnosis.gr8.com to get more details on it. So,
Yeah, register there on that site. So yun, but yeah, it is something going to be useful for you, for yourself when you join the course and you learn that. So parang kung ano yung pinag-usapan natin, di ba, parang ganun. Then you'll see on a bigger perspective on how is the world is working for you, parang ganun. So yun. And then just for since I think it's a good talk for tonight. Next week we will be having a talk of what they call this about midlife
Okay,
crisis. So
Anong
we
age
will
range
have
yun? Para,
ano yun?
anong age range ang midlife para alam
Hindi,
natin sino
kaya nga,
content?
wait lang, kaya nga midlife quarterly life crisis.
Ah,
Okay, so yun may age range ka na doon Ay, naisip mo na naman yung bumangga kay Jason, no?
Huwag mo isipin yung puting L300 van na yun. Tapos yung driver yung tumayo siya, naka-short lang siya. Tapos tumutulo. Huwag mo isipin yun.
Huwag mo isipin yun. Ni-imagine mo yun. Wag yung
Wag.
talaga naamoy mo na, hindi mo lang kung magagalit ka o
Oo.
talaga
asan ba
may
yung
amoy.
ano dito? End.
Wala, ako yung host. Sorry, wala kang magagawa. So, yun, our next topic for Feb 23, 2021 at 8 p.m. pa din. So, midlife, quarter life crisis. So, we'll have a guest that will be, I'll announce it doon sa poster na lang kung sino yung guest natin para at least mas clear.
Surprise.
So, yeah. So, thank you so much, Jason and Job for, pareho kayong J, but hindi ako yung J. Kayo lang. So, kayo na magkapareho. Kayo na yung merong dyan. But anyway, so thank you so much. We had a great night. For the viewers out there, check out hypnosis.gr8.com. Hindi ko alam kung hypnosis.great.com. Can I say that? Kasi baka malito Baka malito. So hypnosis.gr8.com in regards to the details of the course. So at least makita nyo on how we are as hypnotists or as hypnotherapists deal with these kind of situations. So thank you so much for everyone for watching. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Job. Have a great night. This is Hypnotize Talk. See you again next week.
Bye. Thank you.